Okay guys, here we are around the other side of Andrea's garden. We have what he calls his experimental vines. There's right next to me, there's two power towers here, and then there is a big 6-meter antenna here. It feeds 6 vine lines. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. I can show you a little better. It's probably easier if I do it here. One line there, just short ones, only some 10 to 15 meters long. Second one, third one, fourth one, and the last one. That was the experimental one, it was the control, but it was dead, largely. So he connected it up, as you can see the blue wire coming across from the antenna, and now that is live. And of course everything grew. But the whole concept being, the further we were away from the antenna, the less energized the soil was. And so the bigger trees and the bigger rose bushes, which we can still see on the first vine, the cherry tree, the rose bushes, rosemary at the end, big rosemary bush at the end there, tall one. I can't believe how tall that rosemary bush is. And then there's over 400 different types of medicinal type plants and other things growing in each bed as well. This he built some years ago, as with all his experiments, and he just maintains them, and they just keep going. He added the menhirs. We have one here. We have the Z tower here. We have several menhirs in the garden. We have one further over there beyond the car as well. And we have telluric antennas. We see one down here. Not even in the ground, just on the ground. Just sitting on the compost, on the soil. And we have galvanized wires both in the soil and all the way along the line as well. There's so many different experiments here in his garden. This is his big greenhouse. There's so many little experiments going on in there, from mushroom experiments to beans and peas. Potatoes are growing in there still. He has a system where he uses black buckets full of water on the north side. This is the north side, by the way, that maintain the heat through the night. So they collect the heat through the day and release the heat at night, which some of you might have done yourselves. And as you can see, there are antennas everywhere. There's an antenna there. There's Lakhovsky coils everywhere as well. There's one here, for example. Just a rudimentary Lakhovsky with an extension to the basalt tower there. And so many different ideas. His first ever experiment was with the maple, which is over here. This is the maple tree that was dying. This was 2012, November 2012. This tree right here. You put a Lakhovsky all the way around it. You can see the wooden stanchions holding a black wire. Just a very rudimentary wire all the way around it. On the other side of that tree, you'll see that that tree is dead. I'll show you. Or was largely dead, he tells me. You'll see the damage. He said it was basically dead. And then the Lakhovsky came around it and it started growing new branches in the spring. And this is 12 years later. So that started everything for him. Lakhovsky coils, the study of George Lakhovsky and the Lakhovsky oscillator and what the electromagnetic field can do for us. So this is our last day. We're just doing the last tour of the garden. About to leave and come back to Old Blighty. Bring back with us lots more knowledge, experiences. It's going to be great. See you soon.